Hi, kids. Jake Breaker here. And we need to consider our operating system controllers and how we assign tasks to things that we're not aware of. Yeah, we assign tasks to operations of our being that we are not aware of. They call them subconscious. And that's okay. I'm glad that my heart beats. I'm glad that I breathe. I'm glad that I ingest what I ingest, processes to give my body what it needs to be nourished, to be strong, which is often a challenge. Um, the body is a tough um, component of our being. There is no question of it. It is what we consider our entire being most times is our body. Um, as John Mayer puts it, I'm bigger than my body. As we begin to understand that our experience and the reality of past experience is related to emotional basis. The way we feel about that experience in retrospect usually comes to a feeling of, yeah, boy, I deserve that kick in the butt. Or, defiance of everything. Life is such a anti-joy. So the problem is our entanglement with the body's memory of experiences, and we get directed um, too much by the traumatic that has occurred in our life. Instead of letting that pass, too often we bring that into a recycling thing that is not real because the event is not occurring at the moment. Yet we continue to carry this emotional undercurrent of trauma. Many traumas, whew, man, we have a shell that we build up over ourselves. We crawl into this shell of on guard that dominates our current. As we can slow our, well, grounding is a way to discharge emotional trauma. If we can get within rest of our own body, stopping all these anxieties, ooh, that creates more internal conversation of in support of things that really aren't happening now, Man, that's just a lot of processing that um, gets us away from our center frequency. We drift off center frequency. I do it all the time. But when I am in touch with this earth, I mean, just sitting on my rock, my emotions are moved by what uh, I'm sitting within. And within that, what I see, what I hear is information coming to me. And it furthers my progression in understanding um, how to be how to be more joyous, how to be happy. It's hard to believe that happy has to be a learned process. But in our societal thing of all this stuff that's coming at us, we are being so heavily manipulated that we just have a tendency to, whoa, just be so superficial, maybe. Yeah. I giggle because can there be anything more superficial than making yourself into a cartoon that you project into the world? Bizarro, but fun. Um, we have to understand that as we can get our base frequency, this Earth has a resonant frequency of 7.83 something Google. So when we consider something going to ground, too often that is recognized as being dead. Ground is not dead. Ground has a frequency of 7.83. So a rock vibrates at 7.83 cycles. Anything that doesn't vibrate, has no cycles, is not existent. I don't think there could be any other conclusion. But this earth is alive. It has a heartbeat. Its heartbeat is 7.83 hertz. As we become more resonant, we are becoming more resonant with uh, this earth and the feelings of this earth, the emotional content of being on earth, the emotional content of being on earth. So when our emotions are more universal, bigger than just this ourselves, um, it's an ocean of feedback. It's an ocean of feedback that promotes itself. Good emotion produces good emotion. Bad emotions, I don't know. They're heavy, they're slow, they're dark. When we can clear the darkness, um, our view gets so much bigger. Yeah. When we can reduce the amount of personal reflection that we have in our personality, yeah, in our day to day, when we can reduce that, um, we open up to we open up to more joy. Joy is around us. Too often, the problem is joy is not within us. When joy is within us and we are giving that out, we are making this a better place to be. And that's what's going on. It's getting better all the time. I gotta believe it's getting better all the time. Man, I heard that somewhere. Yeah. Is that 50 years ago? Oh, man, I'm old.